The day before, several film crews of Channel 1, including Irina Kutsenkova's group, were working in the Special Operations Zone. While preparing another reportage, Irina and her colleagues came under fire of the enemy. Irina was wounded. Cameraman Dmitry Kacherin and sound engineer Nikita Sevastyanov remained uninjured. And here is the reportage that Irina has already delivered from the hospital.
The quarters adjacent to the Mariupol industrial zone have already been mopped up. We moved to them on armored vehicles, and then on foot, running in small groups. Shots are being fired all the time. The flags of the Marines and the Donetsk People's Republic have already been hoisted here. Now we are working at the Ilyich Works. We came here together with our units. Here in one of the workshops they are already tightly entrenched, but the heavy fighting does not stop. To get out of here towards the rear, we have to wait it out, because the Russian aerospace forces are hitting the enemy.
The officers report on the situation to Lieutenant General Andrei Mordvichev, commander of the 8th Army. He not only leads the operation from his command post, but also travels to the positions himself to fully understand the situation in the battle zone.
Sector 11 mopping up completed. Sector 13 enemy tank is observed. On which side is the strongest resistance? The enemy moves mostly from Sector 18.
General Mordvichev knows every inch of this industrial zone. The Ukrainian army is surrendering, and a battalion of the 36th Brigade of the Ukrainian Marines withdrew from its positions near the Ilyich Works a few days ago. The Nazis in the industrial zone are in agony, making pointless attempts to break through. They are taken prisoner. One such breakthrough was last night, which resulted in dozens of nationalists in the hands of our military. But most of the neo-Nazis were destroyed. The Mariupol Iron and Steel Works, named after Ilyich, is a giant enterprise, the largest industrial enterprise in Donbass and the Azov Sea region. There are dozens of shops, huge underground warehouses and communications, its own railway network. For years, the Nazis prepared and brought here tons of weapons and ammunition, food and water.
The area of the facility is, of course, huge, 15 kilometers long with all the industrial zones, 3 kilometers wide, dense industrial buildings. The buildings are multi-story, multi-level, and the enemy takes advantage of all this. We move forward warehouse by warehouse, building by building, workshop by workshop, and if there is resistance from the enemy, he requests artillery and aviation strikes, uses his firepower, and delivers a blow.
From here, from forward positions, the military transmit coordinates of targets in the industrial zone to pilots and artillerymen. The latter work at a distance, not hiding in the residential areas of the city. Now all the firepower is directed at the Azovstal Works. It is blockaded. Strikes are made against it from the sea and from the air. The artillery operating from here are the 122 mm self-propelled artillery units Gvostika.
Another difficult area is a large waste heap adjacent to the Ilyich Works in Azovstal. For many years, industrial waste was dumped here. The surface is soft, and large caliber shells simply sink into the heap and do not cause the expected damage. We have to work point by point with drones on the enemy's manpower. Now I'm in Donetsk. A lot of pictures have been taken, and doctors are still extracting shrapnel. I have never thought that I would be making a report from a hospital bed. Everything is fine now. Irina Kutsenkova, Dmitry Kacherin, and Nikita Sevastyanov, Channel 1, Donbass.